So guys, welcome to another gardening video on my channel. My name is Spooks. Guys, I missed you. Say it with me. We missed each other. Guys, I missed you so much. I'm so sorry that I haven't been posting gardening videos. Uh, the gardening season this year has really let me down, in my opinion. But I even think, even from last year, it didn't like my plants didn't start growing until later. But yeah, man, I just thought, I wanna see my peeps. I want them to see my garden. I want to vent to you guys. I want to tell you what's growing, what's not growing, what's giving me problems. Everything that's happening on the daily. I wanna share what I have with you guys. And yeah, man, I missed you guys so much. So I hope you guys missed me. Put it in the comments if you missed me, and let's get into the video, man. So a common theme already is that we have a lot of marigolds in the garden. So don't be surprised when you see these marigolds. We have a lot. It's infestationized. We have a lot of marigolds, and I'm just gonna keep them because I feel like, they're there for a reason. They'll be there. And guys, if I sound a bit nasally, please, don't shout. Just know that I was coming down with a bit of a sickness. I mean, don't. But yeah, guys, I don't think it's the one that you think it. That one. But yeah. So yeah, guys, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you're old and new. And let's get into the video. So first, the thing that's actually growing a lot is the lemon pieces, the lemon balm. This, you see, this is this I was intending this patch to be my herb patch, but this lemon balm has really taken over, and for me, it's just beautiful that it's taken over like this. And I love lemon balm. It's probably one of my favorite herbs. So I'm just gonna let this be the lemon herb patch. Look at this. I love this, guys. You see this? You can roll around it. And then we have this. Hey guys, if you guys can let me know what this is, because I planted this in when I was planting the herbs, and I was thinking that these parts were just gonna be starter plants, so I was gonna put these and then put them into the herb patch, but none have really grown. So this one, I don't know what it is, but it's doing something. And then here there were some little specks of growth in this one. There were little specks, but it's been really dry this season, and it's been really hot. So things have just not been really growing. So yeah, it rained previously, like it's been raining now, like lately. But before that, it's been a drought. It's just been really hot with no rain. So hopefully with the rains, coming, that more things will be growing. But yeah, man, I really do think that it's just the way my season goes, where spring really it's too hot and there's not a lot of rain, but then once it gets to summer, then it starts to rain a lot more and there's a lot more growth. So here you can see that there's a lot of marigolds, as I was saying in the intro, that there's a lot of marigolds growing. They really infested this place. Like they really took over the entire area. So yeah, man, just know that if you see marigolds, just know. So this is my tomato patch over here. This is where I'm gonna put the tomatoes, and at the back there we go. You can see some grapes. That's a grape thing, and I did a little trellis for it so that it can grow upward nicely. So we have some tomatoes. We have a few tomatoes growing. We have a picanizer over here. You know, we have a little picky zizi here. And also one thing that I really like is we have a pumpkin growing. So it's wilted like this because of it's during the day. I chose the worst time to actually film, but it's in the middle of the day. So yeah, it's really hot, so it's gonna wilt. But when it gets to the end of the afternoon or the late afternoon, it starts to look really good. So I'm really happy with this. You know, a pumpkin. So we're gonna have some pumpkin hopefully. Let's see that, and it's looking really healthy, looking really good. So I'm happy with that. We have some sage. The sage is Shem. The sage, this one will be here forever and ever. Oh man, you know. So I'm really happy with the sage. It's looking really good, looking amazing, 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 amazing. Really happy with this. Can't complain at all. Look at that. Look at all of this sage. Loving that. We have some more tomatoes surrounded by more marigolds. You can see, but the main thing is the tomato over there. And also another tomato. So this tomato is probably the best tomato that's doing well here in this patch. And I'm really happy with it. It looks like it's going to be a really healthy plant. And I'm excited to see what it's going to actually produce. You know, in midst of marigold. Oh, there's another tomato there, another picanizer, and some more marigolds. And then we have the grapes. So I did this little trellis for the grape. Just so that it can be encapsulated in this, and it doesn't have to like overtake the garden or go, you know, wayward and things like that. So I'm really happy with the way that this grape is looking. I feel like it's gonna it's gonna go really high up. And yeah, man, you know, you just have to say, hey, man, go in there. Yeah, but grapes looking really good. Really happy with them. They love the sun, so they really have no issues. And we have some little, I just saw these right now. We have some little new growth of some tomatoes. I'm not sure what the variety is, but you know, we have some tomato growth over here, which is really exciting. So over here was my pea and cucumber um, plot, if I can say that. But a lot of the thing that's really surprising me a lot is the actual potatoes that are growing in here. So we have two sets of potatoes, one over here and one over here, that are actually just flourishing. They just said, no, we're gonna grow here, my man. So that's actually pretty cool that they're gonna be growing. We have a few peas. I think it's been too hot for them, in my opinion, and not enough water. But the cucumbers are also not doing too bad. They're not doing like amazing, but they're not doing too bad. You know, some have come up and some are starting to even show the flowers, like this guy over here. You know, he's showing some flowers. But yeah, there's been some growth with the cucumbers, as you can see. So you can see these little yellow things. I think that's purely because it's not been there hasn't been enough water. So I think that's the problem, you know, with that. But yeah, overall they look pretty okay, and I think they'll produce nicely. Then we still have some peas over here, some more peas. You know, I had some peas from some of these here. I think this patch, this side of the peas was doing a lot better than this side. Yeah, this side was a bit of a struggles. Was a bit of a struggles. But this one was, yeah, this one did fine. So next we move to the carrot section. This is the carrot, the carrot part here. And just for, maybe some people are like, guys, but why is your ground so dark? I mean, why is it so dry and stuff? So basically, I just put leaves and things on top as a cover, but then underneath it would look like that. So it's still wet because of the cover. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But yeah, we have some carrots growing, a few little carrots growing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have a little few carrots that are germinating. So yeah, man, hopefully they can actually do well. Some weeds over there, but yeah, hopefully they can pop up and just give me a nice smile, bruh. And then moving to the plot next to the carrots, we have some beets, some beetroot. So these are growing okay. I think these ones, they were one of the first crops that I grew, that I planted, because they can tolerate the cold. But I think they also have been struggling with the lack of water, even though they are actually germinating. Like you can see some are here, there's some here. Even though they are germinating, it's just a bit of more of a struggle because there's a lack of water. Now moving on to something that really has made me so happy is the potato patch. The potato patch for me has been doing so well. It's one of the few things that actually has been producing, and I'm really happy with how they're turning out. Yeah, I can't wait to see the potatoes. So here we have the potato patch. It's doing well, man. It's doing well. It's doing too well. It's doing too well. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Hey. Hey. Yeah, no, that I'm really happy with that. And then we're gonna go to something right next to it that it hasn't been doing too well, is the chilies. Now the chilies, so basically the chilies, for me, they did this last season. They went into dormancy last season. And then the season, like the spring, they were probably one of the first things that came up. So I thought that would be the same thing this season, but it hasn't been. And that goes the same with the peppers. So as you can see, those twigs there in the ground, those are my peppers. And they, for some reason, also haven't come back up from dormancy, which is really disappointing because it's always one of the first things that pop up. So it's really saddening that these things are not coming up. And I don't know why. Maybe if you guys know, maybe you can put it in the comments. But yeah, so that's what's been happening with the chilies and with the peppers. So if they're not, then I should just take them out. But another thing that really made me happy, if I can find them, is that there's new growth of peppers here, as you can see here. So for me, that's actually really exciting. At least that it can continue. The growth of peppers can actually continue in the garden, so that's going to be exciting there. And then alongside it, we have some comberries, some strawberries, and then obviously some marigolds, just chilling all over the place. And so the strawberries, they've been doing okay. There's some growth. Their growth hasn't been like, they haven't been getting big strawberries, but at least I've been getting some strawberries in there. And yeah, man, the strawberries are actually doing alright, you know. That's one thing that I can actually always depend on. And in this, at the end of this year, at the end of this season, I need to actually take them out and place them again, because the returns of the strawberries are gonna get lower and lower if I just keep them in there. You know, this is the third year that they're here, and that's when I've heard that you need to take them out and just place them in different places. So yeah, they're doing okay, you know. Not too bad, not too bad. And also in the beginning they were eaten by rats or something, or birds. So shame, you know, they had to adjust to that as well. Here we have some comfrey. Now comfrey, guys, you know how much I like comfrey. And I want actually it to seed. And as you can see, maybe here, this darker thing here, they're starting to seed. You know, they're starting to seed. So I actually want to place a lot more around the whole garden, just so that I can have a lot more comfrey, because they really do well for the ground. If I can just show you how for me it just does well for the garden. I mean, right now it's really soft. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but the ground is really soft, and it's because of the comfrey. The roots are just, you know, like, the roots are very easy to, the roots just add a lot of nutrients to the soil. So I want to add that to other parts of the garden. So we're just gonna move swiftly past the peppers. So guys, if you guys can tell me what's going on, let me know. And then over here, so if you guys watched my my spring garden, what's growing in spring garden video, then you would know that I planted here asparagus. So it hasn't really even popped up, and it's my first time growing asparagus, so I don't really know what to expect from it. I don't know how the sprouts look like. So if you guys can let me know, do they even pop up in the first year? I don't know. So if you guys can let me know, that would be really helpful. Here we have nasturtium doing okay. You know, this one was actually crowded with bugs, you know, and now they're completely gone. Completely gone. So yeah, hopefully that can actually start growing. But if you guys can let me know about the asparagus, that would be really helpful. And then here are some more disappointments. So here we have the cabbage patch, and we had some cabbage earlier in the season, like a few sprouts, but then they died because it was too dry. So now I planted again, so hopefully there will be more that comes. But you can see that there's a lot of marigolds. These are just marigolds. So yeah, man, we just have to hope that the cabbage can come. And then here we have the spinach patch. So here we're just gonna be growing exclusively spinaches, right? And then this one we had, this is the bright lights. I keep forgetting the name. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the spinach that's not spinach. It's spinach, but it's not spinach. So this one was actually, as you can see here, it was putting out a lot of suckers. A lot of suckers. And it was just getting a mess. So I literally cleaned that up, and I put those suckers in their own place, you know. So now we have some more spinach growing. So just a little tip, when you transplanting stuff and you're not sure if these things are doing well or not, just look at the main growth. Just look at the main sprouts. So the sprouts that are like the first, and look at them and see how they are doing. As you can see, this one is green, so it's doing okay. You know, even the smaller one, even the smaller sprout is green as well. So you can see that this is still, you know, the outer parts and stuff, the outer remains may not be doing too well, but the actual insides are doing fine, you know, and that's what you need to look out for. So let's say, as you can see with this one is completely different, and this one you can see that it's a bit struggling a bit more than the previous one. So you see this one might have a problem, and you might just need to water it before, you know, just water it so that it can stay alive, really. So I've planted a few in this patch here. I've planted some there. You know, they look they look a bit sickly at the moment, but you know, it's the heat, but the main growth is also still fine. I've planted 4 in a patch. I've planted 1, 2, 3 and 4 over there. And then in next to it here was supposed to be my lettuce patch, and only a few have actually popped up. As you can see, basically only this one has popped up. So you see, it's been a very dry season, but yeah, man, I'm hoping that literally there'll be a lot more growth as time goes on. You know, there's some more spinach, some more lettuce here, and then there's some more spinach here, and I planted some more over here. I planted 5 over here in this patch. So there's 1 there, 1 there, and and then 1 here. I think I planted only 4. Yeah, guys, so that's what's growing for spring at the moment. I don't know if it is still spring, but I think it will be better in summer. I think that will be a lot better because there will be a better contrast or balance with water, and also with the heat as well. So let's just hope and keep our fingers crossed that everything starts to grow. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope at least it inspired you a bit, or actually gave you it gave you another, if you're also struggling, then it gave you that you're not alone. It gave you a little bit of hope that you're not alone. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. I love you all, and I missed you guys all. Love, peace, grow something.